I'm back. So today I want to talk about my school life because I feel like this will be an important key for lots of young adults or just anyone really, because you can all relate to it, I think. So I'm going to start way back when I used to live in Tigard. I was, elementary school. I probably don't remember everything, but I do remember loving Tigard when I used to live there. I had several friends that I would play with out on recess, and we would play this type of horse game. Some days I'd play wall ball. For the most part, I was really happy there, and I'd say I was kind of popular. Then one day my parents decided to move to Newburgh. I was only in 3rd grade when we decided to move. When I moved, I was scared but excited because, new school, new friends, new people, and just scared because who wouldn't be? I thought on my first day of school, everyone would want to be my friend, just kind of dogpile me in a way. And that day that I first went to school, to the new school, I got a little buddy that would help me walk me around, learn the new school. And I remember during lunch, I think I was one of the first persons there because I don't remember the lunchroom looking very full. But I found an empty table, sat down thinking that people would come and join me, but you guessed wrong. I sat there all by myself. No one person sat next to me. So I was thinking that lots of people would want to meet me since I was new, but since that never happened. I remember after that point I was super upset. Coming back to class, someone said hi to me, and that cheered me up a little bit because finally someone kind of came up to me. And but even then, recess, I don't really remember doing much. I was just kind of by myself. And then that day, I remember coming home that day, and I was just in tears because I was sad that no one was wanting to be my friend. I just felt alone, and my mom helped me out with that, which was nice. Okay, so then I remember we had a huge snowstorm, and I was out of school for 2 weeks. It was a thumbs up. I used to live on this huge hill, and we would go sledding down it. And I finally got to meet some of the neighbors and all the neighbor kids. And that was a fun few weeks. And I became pretty close to one of the neighbors, and we got to hang out quite a bit, which was nice. And as I got older, I made a few more friends at school, and I was okay for the time being. School and I was okay for the time being. I think around 5th grade, my neighbor friend slowly stopped hanging out with me, and that was kind of meh. I mean, I didn't really notice, but I thought that he was just busy. And then in middle school, wasn't bad. I finally had my group of friends, but I probably still sorry if you are wondering what I'm doing. I have this all written out. But I have my group of friends, but probably still felt sad. I made a new friend somewhere down the road, and we became really close. We played foosball and dominated everyone, hanged out a lot, and I remember having to take a few special classes that, because of my IEP, because I had one, because I have an auditory processing disorder, if you never knew that. Those classes made me feel a little out of place, even though I know it was to help me. So I felt this way, but I knew it was to, help me. But something else, I remember my cousin and my mom took me out to the mall to get clothes so that I would kind of fit in with the new kind of clothes line, popular, I guess. So I was all good to go. But even though I had new clothes that were more fashionable, I still felt the same way that I felt. Alright, so I'm gonna walk. I got into high school, things got harder, and that made me feel more things. I took some more special classes, more like a special math class that was a slower pace, something that I took every day. I had a class that helped me with homework, which I loved, and also made me feel not normal since I took a lot of special classes. Due to my IEP, I didn't get very many fun electives. Later my freshman year, I lost my friend. Not like death or anything. She stopped talking to me. I never knew why, but it hurt me a lot. My sophomore year, I got to do a bit more electives, which was nice, but classes were hard. I took hours and hours to do homework for my reading and writing and math. I never got much time to see friends because I cared about getting a good grade, even though I spent all day working on homework. My advisory class, I felt like a nobody. I tried really hard to fit in and talk with people, but I felt like a ghost and no one would hear me. They would talk right through me. I started to feel like I was from a different planet. Junior year, I did my second year of cross country, a sport I loved. I ended up hurting my knee, not able to run. That made me really sad. I got into my first relationship, making me feel like a someone, and that someone finally saw me for who I was. I really started to feel like everything good in my life would disappear. And my senior year, I got more electives that made me happy. Senior year was more fun, but friends was still hard to make because it was, I don't know, talking to people has always been an issue for me. I made a new best friend, and we've been friends to this day, which is really nice. Homework was still hard for me. Probably will always still be hard for me, but I fought every single time, fighting it. So I tell you this story because each and one of us have gone through something. No one has had a perfect school career. We've all felt something similar. I may have not been bullied, but I thought and still think people dislike me. They like talking to me behind my back. But something I did learn is that each and one of us are unique and different. We need to learn to be kind and not say things that aren't true. But when we are young, I was told that the way that kids act is a lot to do with how that kid is treated, at home. So just listen to your heart, your inner heart, for that it will never mislead you, and to remember that these kids will be kinder as they get older. Every one of you are beautiful. I don't care what you think, because in my eyes, every single one of you is unique in your own special way. Don't let anyone change that. So go out there and be kind to someone. Don't bully them. Tell them, comment, hey, got beautiful hair. Whatever it is. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed what I just expressed, and that it will help you in the longer run, because I think that people need to hear that you're not the only one that goes through this. Because sometimes you worry about yourself and you don't think about the wider circle of what's going on. So thank you for listening, and share and like.